The only problem with it is that everybody and all six cousins also likes gold. But, you know.
But how do you explain? I know gold, the intuitive, reflexive reaction to gold is that if there's uncertainty or people are worried or panicking even, then gold, of course, is a refuge. On the other hand, if you have the potential for deflation, which is something that is the most worrying possibility that we're facing, then in fact gold is the last place you want to be. If you have commodity prices, and commodities generally that are weak, if you have the price of oil that is continuing to be weak, then how do you justify the fact that gold stocks, in fact, are relatively high these days? Is it just pure psychology? What's behind that?
I think gold is at risk. I think gold isn't the last thing to do. I'd rather own gold than stocks if we have a deflation. But admittedly, gold will go down.
But how do you explain that? Gold trades with regard to commodity prices and inflation, no?
Well, yes, but the thing is that stocks can go down 50% in a short period of time. Gold's unlikely to fall 50%. It's not going to make you any money, perhaps, but you're
what's
right.
wrong with cash?
Well, cash is a better choice in that sense. But you're right in the sense that if you look out there, the way the anecdote or characterization I have for investors often is that if you're driving down the highway, there's a giant pothole called debt deflation right in front of us. There's a huge boulder called inflation further down the road, but before you worry about hitting the boulder, you got to make sure you get around the big ditch, and we haven't gotten around the big ditch yet. And so I agree with you that longer term, maybe gold's insurance against we're going to get around the ditch and we're going to hit the boulder, but first and foremost, let's make sure we get around the ditch. And
we've traded gold, I think, 3 times this year. And right now, at almost 950, I wouldn't touch it. On the other hand, when you take a look at food commodities, you take a look at wheat, corn, and you see what's going on out west, you see what's going on with the floods, you see what's going on in China, you see what's going on in Australia. I think certain food commodities look more interesting, to us, than picking up gold at $950 an ounce after it's already moved 200 points.